Well, you lovely, lovely people, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we've cleaned this bit out now. And the trees are planted down here. These will have trees as well in here and over there. Fruit trees have... Oh, come on, come back round. Where's it gone? Ah, so that's what we've been doing. Oh, that's what I've been doing. And a couple of the neighbours have been helping me for a small little price to pay. But that's not the topic. The topic is about this guy, actually. And he's very open about overstaying his visa. I've spoke about him before, actually. And he's harmless. He's totally harmless guy. He doesn't hurt anybody. He never talks about people. He doesn't badmouth people. And he's simply overstayed his visa by a couple of years, I think. And what I've noticed is, in some of his comments, not his comments, but some of the videos that he leaves, is many people on there are leaving bad comments. You know, why you're here, blah, 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 and, you know, you should be sorting it out. Well, he hasn't got no money to sort it out. And yes, it's his own fault. It is his own fault. He admits that. He admits what he's done is his own fault. But who are we to kick somebody when they're down? Who are we to talk bad of somebody just because of a mistake that they've made? I've made many mistakes in my life, and I've had people kick me when I'm down. And why does society do that? Why does society kick people when they're down? You know, it doesn't mean to say we have to help them if we can't help them, but we shouldn't kick people when they're down. And we shouldn't talk bad of other people. If they're not hurting you, or me, then why should we talk bad? And this guy, I think you probably know who I'm talking about. You know, he has overstayed his visa and his passport has expired. And he knows he's in trouble. And he keeps saying that he's going to go to immigration and, you know, sort it out. But he doesn't. He hasn't. Because in his heart of hearts, he knows he can't sort it out. So I think what he's trying to do is, or what he's doing, he's going to stay for as long as he can until they get him. Because either way, if he goes and hands himself in, he hasn't got the money to pay for the overstay. He hasn't got the money to pay for the fines. His passport's expired. So either way, he's in trouble, right? So what I think he's doing, and he lives a very, very basic, simple life. And many of us couldn't do that. I couldn't live how he's living. You know, he's living with nothing. He has a couple of people, a couple of kind people who do send him little bits and pieces of money. And it is only little bits and pieces of money. But he's surviving. He's surviving. And he made a mistake. He's messed up. But he's not blaming anybody for his mistake. He knows what he's done. And it shouldn't be for us to knock him. He's not bothering me. He's not bothering anybody else. He makes videos. He's not monetized on YouTube, but he's making videos because he likes making videos. And he's making videos of real, everyday, poor life. How he's living in the Philippines. So I think his video content, and I'm getting bit by mosquitoes like anything. They are here because it's that time of day. So I think his videos are probably more educational than many of ours. Because what he's doing in these videos, he's saying, look, don't do what I've done, because if you do what I've done, this is how you're going to end up. So I think it'll make people think, I'm not coming to the Philippines to mess up my visa, because I'm going to end up like this. And this is just the start, people, for him. You know, he admits he didn't go to school. He's not very well educated academically. But so what? So what? That's not for anyone to judge somebody by. It's not. If someone's educated or not, it doesn't matter. he's not hurting anybody. He's got a girlfriend, and I think his girlfriend, wants him to stay here for as long as he can, because she will know when they catch him, which they will get him at some point. Because I know as well, there will be some nasty people who will report him. They will report him. It'll be expats who do it. They will see his video and they will be, well, I'm paying my visa, why can't you pay yours? So they will report him, and it will be through an expat probably, where the immigration come and take him away. Now, he's not hurting anybody, people. He's not. I know he keeps saying he's going to go to immigration, and he never does, because he knows what's going to happen. I think if I was in that position, and I overstayed my visa during the time of COVID because I couldn't get to the immigration. And I overstayed for, that was 2 years, but everything was locked down. I couldn't get anywhere because there was but I paid mine because I was able to do it. And I paid the late fees, and I went through JRC, Visa Consulting Agency, and it wasn't a problem. And they let me stay here for 90 days until I could amend my 13A, because I was married at the time, but I couldn't apply for a 13A because I hadn't paid my visa because it was locked down. So they give me 3 months and 90 days to sort out my visa, and I did. I got a 13A. But this guy can't do that. He hasn't got the financial capacity to get himself out of trouble. So, and I don't think he's got, from what he said, he's got a sister, and I think he's got a brother as well. He's not close to his family. So it's not a simple case of him going, excuse me, sis, I'm in a bit of shit here. Can you send me a bit of money so I can pay my overstays and come back to England? He hasn't got that. Now, many of us have got something to fall back on. We might have friends who's willing to lend the money for your overstays. So that's all well and good for you people, but for him, he hasn't got that. And he's just going to stay here for as long as he can, because when he does get caught, which he will, there is no doubt in my mind, because he's open about it. He's got a YouTube channel. He talks openly about his overstay, and he's not blaming anybody for it. He said he's messed up. It's his fault. So what I'm trying to say, people, is when people are down, don't kick them when they're down. It's not big and it's not clever to talk bad of people. Now, especially when they aren't doing nothing to you or to anybody else. He's minding his own business. He's getting on with what he has, and he hasn't got a lot. I don't feel sorry for him. Because he's brought it up. He's made a mistake. He's messed up. But at the same time, I don't have any bad feeling towards him, thinking, you should have done this, you should have done that. I've made mistakes, like I said. I should have done this and should have done that, but I didn't. And I'm sure none of us is perfect. None of us is perfect in this life. And all of us have made mistakes, whether it be a marriage mistake, where we've been married and it didn't work out and we've done this, we've done that. We've all made mistakes. It's just, for this lad, he's made a mistake in a foreign country, and he's in more trouble than what he would be if he made a mistake in his own country. Because once he gets caught, he will be, God knows how long he will be in the detention centre. Because I don't know if they do, I don't know if the British Embassy would help you. I don't know. I think in his case, they might, because he hasn't got, they won't leave him in there to rot forever. I know they won't, because the guy who was here, and he was a British guy, and his name was Chris, and he was open about his visa stay, and he didn't have the money, but he went to see them, and he tried to sort it out, and his mother sent him the money, but he spent it, and his passport was still in immigration when they were sorting it out. Anyway, they come and got him, and he overstayed for 7 years, people. 7 years. It might have been 8 years. And some of my viewers know this guy, and He was in the detention centre for 3 months, and the embassy, the British embassy, did pay the money for him to get back to England. And he was blacklisted, and the British embassy, they keep his passport, so he can't leave. He can't leave England, but he's paid it back now, I believe. So his girlfriend has said, his Filipino girlfriend, he's paid it back, but he's still trying to sort out the blacklist here. And he hasn't paid the overstay, the money back for the overstay here. So I don't know what's happening with that. But anyway, with this guy's case, I don't think they would leave. They would leave him there to rot. It's only 2 years. It's only 2 years. And to be honest, people, I'm going to hand on my heart. If he lived closer to me, if he did, he doesn't. He lives far away in the Philippines to where I am. I could, and I could talk to him face to face. I would help him in that way, but I would have to go to the immigration with him to pay the money. I would, because, like I said, there's no harm in him. I don't think there's a bad bone in his body. He hasn't got a lot of friends. He's a bit of a loner. And I watched some of his videos when he was in England, because he's vlogged for quite a number of years, and he just used to walk around different places in England, different parts of England, and just showing you different places. And that's what he does here. He just, he's showing you what it's like. He's like cooking out of he's got like I think a paint tin that he's using, and they cook in what bits and pieces they can off of that. He bought a house here. He did the wrong things. He bought a motorcycle and all that. And I think his idea, people, this was his idea, because he even said in the video, his idea was, and it was a silly idea, but it was his idea, nevertheless. He had enough money here. He come and bought a house of his, him and his girlfriend, bought a motorcycle. And he was hoping that his YouTube channel would get monetized, and he would be able to stay here and pay his visas with his YouTube money and be able to get his return ticket when he had to go. Stupid, yes, I know. You know it's stupid. I know it's stupid. But that's how Paul was thinking. And some of us don't think things through properly. Some of us might not have the capacity to think things through properly. But at least he took a chance. Yes, he's dropped himself in the shit now. But he said he hasn't got any, he hasn't got any regrets. And I'm just saying this because I've just seen some comments. And I've seen comments on his previous videos where people keep cussing him, and saying, do this, do that. You keep saying you're going to go to immigration, but you haven't. And blah, blah. If I was in his position and I didn't have no money, to get myself out of trouble, I would probably do what he's doing now. Because what's the point in going to immigration when you're going to be locked up in there forever? Or until something happens where you can get back to England. And I think his girlfriend wants him to stay here for as long as he can, because she knows when he gets caught, he'll not be coming back here. He won't be coming back. So I think they just do what they do, and he's living on borrowed time. That's what he's doing. Now, for someone like me, I couldn't do it. I'd be a bag of nerves. But for Paul, he's braver than me. He's much braver than me. I couldn't do that. What's that? Oh, it's my dog. I thought it was something else moving around in the undergrowth. It's my dog, look. He's coming through. Can you see him? Jackie, come on. There. I thought it was a snake, people. I did. I went white. I went white. I thought, my goodness, what's that? But anyway, that's what's happening with that. So, just because he's down on his luck, people shouldn't knock him. Like I said, he doesn't talk bad about people. He doesn't talk bad about other people and their channels. He doesn't. He just gets on with what he's doing. He minds his own business. He makes videos. He makes content. And as I said, he's not monetized. He's just doing it because he likes to do it. So, before we make bad comments about people, and before we start making videos about other people, think about what you're doing. Because it doesn't make you big, and it doesn't make you clever. And you will probably get more disrespect from people than what you would getting more respect for people by saying kind words instead of being derogatory about people. You know, that's the problem with society. We live in a world where we're too quick to judge. Like I said, I've made mistakes. I'm sure many of my viewers have made mistakes in the past. None of us is perfect. Anyway, people, that's it. And I'd say, you know, good luck to, good luck to this guy. You know, I couldn't do what he's doing. I'm not that brave. I'm not that brave. And that's the truth of it. Anyway, people, look, I'm going to show you all this. Look. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. Look, we've got all this. So this is over 2,500 square meters. It's probably 3,000 square meters because we've got more to do up here yet as well. And this is all going to be fruit trees for the future. Oh, what's going on with this? That's it. So, yeah, that's it, people. Anyway, I'm over and out. I'll see you next time. God bless you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.